Admit, admit, admit. Good morning, 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 good
I'm
morning.
here. I'm just mute challenged. Sorry about that.
Congratulations for being here.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dolph. Good morning, good morning, good
Good
morning,
morning, Colby.
good morning, good morning,
Good morning.
good morning. Just give this a moment. Good morning. Good morning, Ellen Light. Nice to see you, my friend.
Nice to see you, my friend.
Good morning. Good morning, Kathy Sapelli. Good morning.
Afternoon for me.
Oh, hello, afternoon, person.
It's Mary in London, in England.
Hello, Mary in England. Nice to see you. I feel very international. There used to be a magazine called International Mail, those of you who are familiar with it. It got me through my adolescence. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. You're certainly welcome to keep your cameras off. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Um, although I get a better read if your camera's on, but I've started the AI companion and this is being videoed for those of you who want to watch later, those of you who are not present. Cool. All right. One more minute while we wait for people to record. Sure, why not, Dolph? You can record to this. Absolutely.
Would that be okay, Colby?
Sure, of course, Dolph. Smart of you. Very smart. I understand why. You know, if Zoom and YouTube cooperate, this will be recorded. However, I can't promise you anything. All right. Ready to roll, my friends? Good job.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, let's all just take a deep breath in the nose and out the mouth. In the nose and out the mouth. And coming into our bodies where it's all happening. I'm going to just do a little prayer. God, Lord, all that is, all that's ever been, all that's ever mattered and truly existed. Thank you for my life. Thank you for the good life for these young people. Only allow me to be, do, become in such a way as it contributes to my well-being. Calling in the container that I put together for this class, a series of guides that stands around us in this energetic classroom. Okay? That's what, to me, a container is. It helps you to learn more efficiently, better type of thing. Take another deep breath, please. Well done. Okay. Atanaho, Yahweh, my Lord God, my Maker. Santa Morta, Bruno Groening, the buffalo, the polar bear, the peacock, the salmon, the snail. Rue and hyssop and devil's string. These are plants. Lavender and basil. And myrrh. Yeah, we need myrrh and frankincense. Okay, great. And now reinforcing the container so you'll feel an energy around you coming on in. There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good. Just going to mute those of you who are not muted, and you're certainly welcome to unmute yourself if and when you want to chat with me, chat with the group, okay? Good. Container's coming in a little stronger now, just reinforcing. And now you have an option to step into this container by simply saying, I choose to step in to this container. Say that out loud if you choose that. I choose to step into this container, and this container is for how to strengthen your energetic anatomy so the next chapter can open. Good. If you're here, I'm going to assume that you have been trying things, therapy, energy work, gurus, books, and yet, no matter your effort, things haven't really paid off. You keep sliding back into old patterns. You're maybe less resilient than you were. You wonder, wow, I thought people get stronger as they get older. And yet you're seeming to not, you're less resilient. That was my story. I had done everything I knew how to do. I'm quite the seeker. Those of you who know me know that. And yet things were not changing. My outcomes weren't much different. I saw people buying houses, building businesses, getting into partnerships, and I was still here, stuck. Anyone relate? Yeah. And so I thought I was blocked, wounded, something, which I was, don't get me wrong. But when I looked a little deeper, I noticed that my energetic structure wasn't strong enough to hold the changes for a bigger life. So the next chapter could not open, would not open, because I couldn't hold it. It kept on explaining why my efforts weren't paying off, why outcomes weren't showing up, and why I wasn't as resilient as I once was. So today, we're going to explore your energetic anatomy. Chakras, meridians are part of your energetic anatomy, but it's just where it begins. Using my gift, I'm able to sense into a little bit more of the energetic organs. Just like you have a liver, a spleen, kidneys, you also have energetic organs that allow you to feel like you have a foundation under you. You feel grounded, welcomed, that you have a sense of belonging. You have energetic organs that assist you to feel like you are protected, that other people can't get so easily in. You have energetic boundaries, and you have a greater sense of connection with yourself, and you're able to connect with other people because they're not so scary and threatening to your well-being. And you're able to connect with divine because you can handle more energy. You may not be as wounded as you think. Your energetic structure may not be as strong as you need it to be to open to the next chapter. Those of you who have been stuck for a long time, right? Raise your hand. And that doesn't mean you're completely stuck in your life. That means something won't open. A lover will not show up. A new income threshold will not appear. Or your paradigm, although you practice gratitude, is still pretty shitty without a lot of effort. Okay? That says it may be your energetic infrastructure, architecture, foundation is not strong enough. Colby, you might be saying, I used to be more resilient than I was. Anyone? Shit bothers me that it didn't used to bother me. Over time,
Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
you're
Making
welcome.
sure that
Over time, stress, people pleasing, overextending, not participating in activities that rejuvenate you start to wear away your energetic structure. That is why you used to be more resilient when you were younger than you are today. Just like a liver can only take so much, let's say, sugar and alcohol without becoming kind of wacky, same thing with your energetic structure. There's only so much stress your energetic structure can handle without kind of shriveling up and stopping you from emerging. If you keep trying and you're not getting traction, I know this because years ago I tried to revise my website and I kept on going through like one developer after another. I couldn't find someone to help me and I was paying good money, paying really good money. What is going on? Why is it so easy for other people? It is because in my situation and maybe your situation, the larger part of you was coming forward and saying, nope, they can't handle more. If I allow more forward, they are going to seriously collapse. And so more was, quote, not allowed to you, not to punish you, but to protect you. You know you might have energetic infrastructure issues is if you succumb to pressure, you collapse, you're unable to like keep moving forward without succumbing, and where your efforts are not paying off. That's how you know you have a problem. If your energetic is strong, you feel grounded, you have a sense of belonging, you feel protected, you have boundaries, and you can connect to yourself. Is that clear? Did I say that good? I said that good? I said that good? Okay, great. So today we'll do a 1, 2 practices so you can get a flavor of the offer I'm going to make you, which is a 4-part series starting in 2 weeks, because next week I'm going camping. It was supposed to start next week, but I'm like, I'm going camping because I need to recharge. So it starts in 2 weeks. It's a 4-part series, 1 hour every week, where you practice and you get homework and you practice some more. Because over time, your system needs that to develop. Consider those of you who have read a book and you're like, holy moly, my life has now changed. I have insight. Has anyone had that? Like, oh my God, it's it. And then a week, 2 weeks later, you're back to your nonsense. You need practice. Do I want to practice? Absolutely not. Do I want a magic pill? Absolutely. I I hear you, but that is not what creates change. I could introduce you to energetic templates. I could help you remove your blocks, but unless you practice being different, it doesn't solidify into your network. Okay? That is why some of the work you've done hasn't anchored, because it has no place to anchor. Makes sense? If what I'm suggesting to you appeals to you, you're like, this is a taste. It is not the whole experience. Then you can sign up for the 4-part series starting in 2 weeks. Every Saturday, 9:30 Pacific. You'll get the details after this call. All righty. Questions before we go into the work? Anything unclear? Just raise your hand, your physical hand or your Zoom hand. We'll go. Thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Great. Oh, William Ross, is that a thumbs up or I want to talk?
That's I want to talk for a second.
Yes, Wilma.
I'm just going to lower my hand and I'll show you my camera does not work. So
That's
I keep
okay.
it on.
Ask your
Yeah.
question because we're low on time.
The question I put in the chat already is I'm torn between focusing on healing my hereditary varicose veins or financial lack, and they're seemingly intertwined. Why I raised my hand is you mentioned energetic organs, and I've been working on healing this myself, but what energetic organ would I focus on? Would it be the vascular system or
No,
the,
we're not talking about this. I want to answer your question in a broad enough way to answer to involve everyone. We're not talking about your energetic organs like a liver or kidney. Those are physical issues, physical organs. These are energetic organs that I'm going to introduce you to. You do not need to focus on any particular ailment today or dysfunction. I really recommend you do not, because that's just chasing the negative. And if you're looking in that lens, you're going to get more negativity. So let's move forward. Okay?
perfect. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
absolutely welcome. Any other questions? Oh, all right. Your energetic structure, my dog is vomiting right under me, by the way. Okay. So apparently that's the work we need to do today. Okay. Your energetic structure can be considered to be like a house. Like a what? A house. A house has a foundation, has vertical surfaces, a roof, has spaciousness, and is inside of a neighborhood of some sort. Your energetic house is the same as your energetic anatomy. People talk about chakras and meridians. That's only the start. I'm not saying I understand all of it. I can't imagine I do. I probably understand this much, but that's a whole lot more than I did before. And it's helped me. So I should really keep up with the chat. Let's see. Is anything okay, wait, perfectly clear. Okay, great. Should keep that open. That's a good idea. All right. In the series, we first start focusing on the foundation, how your foundation is built. Different houses have different foundations depending on where you're building them. If I'm building my house in a swampy area, I'm going to have a different foundation than if I'm building it on a hillside. Everyone does not need or have the same energetic foundation. It is not a one size fits deal. That's probably why you're not moving forward in the area you want to move forward in. You've been trying to apply other people's answers to your situation, and your situation is not their situation. That's session one. What is your energetic foundation? How can we improve it? Session two, what are your vertical surfaces? Okay. Your chakras are also outpictured in your field. So when you feel into the energy around you, there are layers. Each layer has a corresponding chakra, some of which you know about, some of which we know about, some of which we don't know about. One way of working is to work outside the field, outside your body, which is safer, in my opinion, than working inside your body because you're not messing with stuff here. If your vertical surfaces are not coherent, stable, thick, then you have the experience of intrusion. People coming into your space, unable to go places without getting impacted. The next session in the series is around spaciousness. You have a house, and you've had this experience of walking into someone's house and it's been like, holy crap, it's energetically cluttered. Then you go into someone's exact same house, same furnishings, and you're like, oh, it's open. It is because of the space between is not so clean. We've got to clear that up. The fourth session is, where is your house in what neighborhood? Is your house in a crazy, crime-infested, hectic, chaotic zone? And you're participating in that larger field? Or is your house, your energetic structure, inside of a different, larger field where it's oceans and vastness and delight. What larger field is your energetic structure participating in? And how do you move it into a larger, more stable, more abundant, more peaceful neighborhood? 4 parts of the class: foundation, vertical surfaces, not really surfaces, but vertical energetic structures. Third part, spaciousness. Fourth part, neighborhood. Was that clear? Thumbs up if it isn't. Questions, concerns? Okay, great. So let's, oh, I got lots of thumbs from, oh, I love, thank you very much. All right. Let us do some work, and you could see what if this kind of thing appeals to you. And if it does, then you might want to sign up for this series starting in 2 weeks, because I'm camping next week. In 2 weeks, 9:30 on Saturdays, 4 Saturdays for now. Good to go? Go. All right. First practice, which many of you know, which is I always start with, is your still point. 3 fingers below your belly button, and in the middle of you, bring your attention. 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. What that does is it brings your attention into your body. Energy follows attention. If your attention's in your body, energy will come to your body. 1, 2, your body will calm down because you're in it as opposed to out of it. Most people keep their attention in their third eye, what they think is their third eye, and above their head, which creates all sorts of chaos, paranoia, projection, and immune issues. Attention into your still point. This is the first practice I always teach. And within the still point, there is a structure, which we'll do in the class, that'll take you deeper. But for now, you'll get a sense. All right. I'm going to step more deeply into the matrices. There we go. And strengthening, I'm regressing the matrices strengthen. There you go. And notice the calm. Now, everyone say still point, still point. And you will bring your attention down and in. 3 fingers below your belly button, in the middle of you. Good straight posture, chest up, chin horizontal to the ground so that your spine works the way it's meant to work. There you go. Very nice job. Still point. Say that. Still point. I attach the energetic to a word intentionally. This is your still point. If you want more, you just say more, please. Drift my attention down into my still point. Down you go. Now you're going to ask the guides that I've established for help. Take me back and deeper. Take me back and deeper. And they will position you exactly in the still point pipe, because it literally is a pipe. There you go. Very nice. And down you go. Good. This is your still point. Good. And if you need help and you feel distracted, ask for help. Help me. Deepen me. Still point. Relax. Now, if that's okay, thumbs up. If you're not feeling it, thumbs down. So I know where the class is. Thumbs, people, thumbs, 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 thumbs. Okay. Sherry, thumbs. Thank you very much. Thumbs. Now we're going to connect your still point. Good. That is your still point. This is where I generally have people start this kind of work because it brings your attention down and in and into your body. The number one complaint I hear is about people's bodies. If your body doesn't work well, when your body doesn't work well, you have one problem. When your body works well, you have a lot of problems because your focus is all over the place, right? It's a luxury having a functioning well body. There you go. Everyone take a deep breath. We're going to move on to another practice. Today is about awareness, but like I said, awareness is only the first step. Practice, practice, practice. That is what changes things, and being held in a container where you're supported to change. Good. Let us do a third eye exercise, because this is a challenge I see a lot of people in. Is that okay for everyone? Thumbs up if it is. Those of you with camera on, great, perfect. If your third eye is a mess, I shouldn't say mess. If your third eye is not strong or lopsided or inverted, you're going to suffer from paranoia, projection, delusion, overthinking, anxiety, depression, incursions, meaning people are going to come in, things are going to attach to you, if your third eye is wonky. Now, a lot of people are trying to open people's third eye, before the foundation is set, creating all sorts of havoc. Consider placing a roof on top of a building whose foundation is not reinforced. It's going to collapse. That is what's happened to many people in an effort to be spiritual, to connect to themselves. Too much pressure has been put in the upper regions, and you fall apart. Okay? Your third eye goes through your head like two triangles connecting at the center of your head. Make sense? Two triangles. Okay? Most people consider that their third eye is in the front of their forehead. What that is you're overusing your cerebellum and you're running a lot of spiritual energy through the front of your brain. And it was never meant to have that much energy go through it or that type of energy. Spirituality is sensed, not thought about. You've met people who say the right things, but you can sense they're not there. Agreed? You've had that experience. And it's because they're here and not here. Sometimes. Okay? Your energetic structure may be the challenge you're facing off with. May not be. I don't know yet. Okay? So, what we want to do is move your attention from the front of your head to the middle of your head. Okay? Now you have, as I have, as Westerners have, this predisposition to think too much because our culture, our society rewards people who think, people who overthink, people who troubleshoot, people who think through consequences. Great stuff until it becomes too much. And if you've been on a spiritual journey and you've been taught to use your mental field to interface with your spirituality, you have caused an imbalance in your system because your mental body is not going to help you with your spirituality because your brain cannot conceive of your true nature. There is the brain and the mind. Okay. We're not using this to do this. It can't. You can't get there from here. Does that make sense? Questions about that? Am I explaining good? Okay, great. It's hard for me just to let you know because I'm not talking. I'm so relational. I like to talk to people and just, I don't know how a TV person is an anchor and just talks to camera. So I keep checking in because I want to make sure. Okay. So your third eye is not here. Your third eye is in the middle of your head and in a very precise location. Are you ready? Okay. Bring your attention into your still point, 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. Nice, strong posture, chin horizontal with the ground, chest up. If you need to lay down because that's your situation, that's fine. But if you can sit up, we're working with how the system works. If you're standing, knees slightly bent, a relaxed posture, but straight. Okay, we want to use your physicality, your mechanism, to calm your mechanism. Cool. Everyone repeat after me. Still point. Still point. You're doing great. Nice, strong still point. Now, from your still point, do not leave it. Keep your attention down there as if your still point is your first floor. I could be on the first floor and I can know if a kid or my dog is up on the third floor because I have awareness, but I'm staying on the first floor. Do not leave. Okay, don't leave. From your still point, access your middle of your head. Be in the first floor and be aware of what's above you. Do not go above you into your head. Stay on the first floor. This is very precise work. And I'm sorry to be a little bit of a dick about it, but it's what I find works. Precision. Now, from your still point, you're going to be aware of the middle of your head. And you're going to say, bring my attention to my true third eye. Bring my attention to my true third eye. From your still point, stay in the middle of your head. And you will note, there you go. Nice. I'm doing it as well. And I'm sharing with how I do it through the matrices, the container, and the container is sharing with you how I'm doing this so you can, there you go, figure out how to do it for yourself. There you go. Notice you kind of enter into like a Buddha state, calm, peaceful, connected. From your still point, you access your third eye. And you ask for your true, there you go. Stay there. Now, if you got that, thumbs up. If you don't got that, thumbs down. Okay, seems like most of you got. Okay, got it. I'm coming to you, Mary. Don't worry. Mary, stay in your still point. From your still point, perceive your third eye. From your still point, just hang out there. Mary, it's less hard than you're making it. From your still point, be aware of who's up. There you go, Mary. You just got it. There you go. Feel that? I think that's a thumbs up. Good. It's intricate, precise. But once you get it, then you create a road to it. The more you walk the road, the easier it becomes because the road has been walked from your still point. Now say, correct my third eye pathway. Correct my third eye pathway.
Cool. Is that all of us?
Yep, all of you, my friend. Thank you, Dolph. There you go. We'll do it again. We're just going to talk for a moment and we'll do it again. So I want to give your system a rest. Likey, thumbs up. Don't likey, thumbs down. Eh. Okay, great. Here's what we're doing. Okay, this is how this works. I kind of know where stuff is because I've worked on myself too much. Gosh, okay? I figured out where it was. Okay? Or rather, they helped me figure out where it was. I then show you where it is, or you get kind of close. You're kind of fumbling in the dark. He said to put my attention in the middle of my head. Okay, where? Okay, I think I'm here. I'm somewhere. I'm somewhere. And then I feed to the matrices, the container, where it is, and they help you find it. And then the more you go there, the more you build from a country road to a highway, where it becomes easier and easier to get there. So it becomes your default way of getting to work or getting home or accessing your third eye. And then it restructures the synapses, not only the energetic ones, but the physical ones. So you have a different relationship with your third eye. And that, my friends, if you're in the center of your head where you quote should be, creates greater protection and boundaries because you have now you're in the center of you in your central line. If you're in the front of your head, you're literally leaning forward into other people's space, picking up their crap, and therefore become overly sensitive. And then your system tries to protect you by developing allergies, digestive difficulty, insomnia, because you become hypervigilant. Because your body's like, holy crap, what do I do? How do I handle all of this? Okay. You have energetic organs that can be strengthened that result in greater grounding, greater belonging, greater connection, greater protection, greater connection to you, to others, and to your divine. If you keep getting thrown, keep succumbing to pressure, keep over efforting and not seeing results, it may be because you do not have the energetic infrastructure, foundation, architecture to create, to have, to hold a bigger life. That is why I am teaching this. If this taste you likey, then I suggest you consider the 4-part series. And if you sign up in 48 hours, there's a raffle for a complimentary session. Kathy Zappelli, there you go, won the last raffle. Right, Kathy? Could you unmute yourself?
I did. My session with you was fantastic.
Great. And do you want to share anything about the last series that you were in?
Wow. Yes. What for me, a lot of what you taught, I knew, but there's something about the way you speak and the transmission that allowed it to land in my body.
Great.
Yeah. And then there were some things that were shifts in beliefs I didn't even know they were hidden so far deep. And that started to shake that foundation that wasn't helpful.
Thank you. I'm glad you got so much out of it.
Yeah. And continuing the practices is truly the secret. And going over my notes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Dolph, you were also in the same series, Trust Your Next Step. Can you say
Yes,
what
hello.
thought?
Can everyone hear me? My laptop is a little bit further away from me. Yeah, so I did have a really strong experience at your previous session. So for everyone in a call, maybe in a couple of sentences, I can summarize. We were working on a perennial issue that we were having, might be partnerships, finances. So each person had something different. And to my surprise, very early on, not only did I receive sort of a ready answer to why I might be having this issue that I was observing during this session, and like, I don't want to say a solution, but on an emotional level, I received a really deep integration and a sense of what I must carry if I am to perhaps shift this in my life. And this happened very early on. Um, and to my surprise, uh, when the sessions continued, Colby is doing this thing where he's looking at things from many different perspectives. And this is not a metaphor that I came up with myself, but if we imagine a tree and the trunk of the tree, like the roots go deep down into the earth, I felt as if I'm trying to absorb nutrients from a very particular layer. And by the end of the class, it was as if Colby showed me all of these other roots that I have much deeper further down below in the ground that I can soak up nutrients from. And Kobe, I'm actually really happy that you are delaying the class with 1 week because I'm still cooking and integrating and all of that.
Yeah, it was a lot of material. It was a lot of material.
It was a very powerful experience for me. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome, Dolph. Hey, Shannon was also in the class. Shannon, do you want to say a few words about the last series?
Yes, there was a lot of information in the last series. I appreciated the practical teachings, but also the mixed in with energetic transmissions and readings and all of that. And I learned a lot, and it is about the practice for sure. And I discovered what my North Star is and how to orient toward it. And so the practice is to reorient and reorient and reorient. And that is keeping me centered. And it's keeping me clear on what service means to me, actually. So it's where I am now. And I wouldn't be here without that class.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much. All right. So you now have the opportunity to participate in the series, and I can't seem to get the link into the chat, so I will send it to you later. So you have it so you can make your decision. The series will be recorded, so you could watch it anytime you like, assuming that YouTube and Zoom cooperate, and you could review it as many times as you like. It's starting in 2 weeks on Saturday, starting at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, which is, I believe, 12:30 Eastern. Um, and the first part of the class is your foundation. How is your foundation? And if your foundation's a little wonky, signs of that would be I don't have a sense of belonging. I don't feel secure. I take stuff personally. Okay. Then the second part of the second workshop is on the vertical surfaces, your outside aura. And if that is a little wonky, you are porous. You don't have protection. You get overwhelmed. You succumb to pressure. Third part of the class, the series, is around spaciousness and cleaning up the spaces between energetic structures so that you have a deeper sense of presence and stillness. Because if you don't, then you become vigilant, worried, anxious. And the last part of the class is about where your energetic structure, what field it's in, what neighborhood you live in. And if you like are in if you're tied to a neighborhood that's not resourced, we're going to move you. or you're going to move you to one that is. I know that sounds a little weird, but consider that you could move your house to a whole better neighborhood. That's what we're talking about. Okay, that's the equivalent. I like my house. I just would like to have an ocean view. Done. Okay. Now, is this going to change your life? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. I do know that for me, it was part of my answer. And I do know that, well, my gift is in being able to sense the energetic field, right? So it lends to that. But I do see that when people aren't moving forward, there's an energetic connection to their structure. Now, is this what's in your way? I want you to sense into that. We'll bring the field back more deeply, and you can ask that question, is this for me? And you'll see if you get a response. Again, if you sign up within 48 hours, you are put in a raffle, like Kathy Zappelli, to win a complimentary session with me. Do we have any more questions before I bring the field? I reinforce the field again so you can sense it. Any questions about the course, how it's structured, outcomes, anything along that line? Raise your hand, your physical or your Zoom hand. No questions. I did a good job. Oh, wait, Mary C has a question. Yes, Mary C, unmute yourself, my friend.
Hi, Colby and everyone. Just how much is it, Colby?
It is
Price.
197.
Right. Okay, my darling.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mike. Thank you. I love somebody with a British accent calling me darling. That's awesome. Okay. Any other questions? Good. All right. So let's reinforce the field, see if you get a response, and we'll go from there. At the end of this, I will send you an email with the link that I'm unable to put into the chat so you can see the program. Okay. 3 fingers below your belly button. Bring your attention in the middle of you. Not in the front, not in the back, but in the middle. Inviting the container to be reinforced right now. That's my job. Container. Strengthen it, deepen it. There we go. Ask for your still point to be strengthened and reinforced. From your still point, connect to your third eye. Stay in your still point. Stay on the first floor. Don't go up into your head. Leave your head alone. There's nothing good in there. Okay? From your still point, be aware of your third eye. That's in the middle of your head, not in the front. Middle. Good. Ask that the highway that's between your still point and your third eye be strengthened. I ask that this highway between my still point and my third eye be strengthened. So you become what you already know. There we go. Notice you're shifting. You're having a different experience of you, of what's around you. Nice job. Now, from your still point, just feel into the container. Do you want to play in this in 2 weeks for 4 weeks to strengthen your energetic anatomy so the next chapter can open? So you have the resilience, the strength, the fortitude. You move out of over efforting, over criticizing, out of overwhelm to a more peaceful, less effort. So the next chapter can open so you can have a bigger life, whatever that means to you. See if this container resonates. this work. Breathe. And if you're not getting a real good answer, ask for help. Beautiful. If you want a better foundation, stronger boundaries, more protection, greater connection, strengthening your energetic anatomy beginning in 2 weeks might be your answer or part of your answer. Consider how much time, how much effort, how much money it has cost you to be overwhelmed, anxious, cut off, withdrawn. That's the price, potentially. See if this calls to you. As you will notice, I'm teaching more because I'm turning my career towards teaching. So you're going to get a lot more emails from me, hopefully not too many. And if you know people who you think would resonate with this work, please share this information. The more people who join, the stronger the field that we participate in, the better the outcomes, generally. I will be sending you an email with the series. Again, 48 hours. If you register, like Kathy Zappelli, you get a free session, complimentary session. Woohoo! Okay. Any questions before we close?
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Sherry Ellis.
You offer training beyond those 4 weeks?
I do. That's where I'm headed, baby.
Yay.
That's where I'm headed. And with your support, I'll get there a lot quicker.
Awesome.
Would like to start doing like a full day with people once a month, like a membership thing, and really have the time to work with people. So thank you, Sherry, for the question. Any other questions?
Got one
So
cold.
there's a,
Oh,
oh, I'm so
Kathy
sorry.
Zappelli, because her name is Zappelli, goes first. Dolph, sorry.
Um,
Great name. Z's go first.
I just wanted to relay that experience and get your feedback.
Yeah,
When I've gone down into the still point, there's always this like friction of fear.
yeah,
And bringing the third eye down, it seemed to disappear. Like I have more something that makes it safe.
yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Because consider this, Kathy. I'm sure one could say a healthier body has more interconnections. When, let's say, the liver loses connections with the spleen or whatever, it becomes less healthy. One could also say the more interconnected a person is in their community, the healthier they are, shows in longevity studies. What you're doing is connecting things that haven't been as strongly connected. And so your system's going, whew, oh, thank goodness. And you're experiencing a pleasurable peace.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like so much extra support than what I'm used to. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Dolph.
Gobi, again, I just wanted to follow up on the practice that you taught us with the still points and the third eye. I have been doing your practices for a while, but now for the first time, I sort of got the sense that not only of my still point, but I felt like it is a tube that goes out of my head and
Yeah.
then out of my bottom. And then the center, our true third eye, is actually inside the same tube. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Correct.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that was my experience. Okay.
Good. So you're
And
intuiting.
I,
Yeah.
yeah,
Great.
that's very powerful.
Yeah. Good.
And I guess when you said to follow up on Sherry's question, you said that you were considering maybe doing a full on day. How long, do you have any idea how long that might be? Because I'm 10 hours ahead of you.
I understand.
If I want to join, might
Golf, it
be.
depends on how long it takes for me to take off. Depends on it depends on you people. If I get enough interest, that's my depends. I got to get enough of a following. So I'm moving from session work to teaching, and it'll take as long, hopefully won't take very long.
Oh, I guess what I meant was about the duration of a potential
Oh, I would do it at
course.
school year, September through June. That's how I would do it.
Is it going to be like an 8 hour session or a 6 hour session?
I haven't,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
I would think 6 hours.
6.
I would think.
Because like this course starts in 7:30 p.m. for me. I just want to figure out if I.
Well, you know what, Dolph? We'll figure it out together. I'm glad to take into let's let's get through
That
this class
yeah.
because when I start teaching in that way, I need to get people to a certain level so that we can really move very fast because it'll be an advanced class. Okay, so
I'm sure you'll keep us up to date.
yeah, there you go. Mary, last question and then we'll go. Yes? Take us out.
That created a load of releasing, which I know what my body does. So my eyes were streaming, I was nose was running, I was sneezing, and I felt like, wow, whatever this is, it's just literally dumping. So it was great. Thank you.
My absolute pleasure. All right, my friends, I will send you a link to the series. Thank you for participating. And I look forward to seeing you on my calendar. All right. Blessings. And if you could step out of the matrix now, just intend to step out because you don't want to be in something that you're not in. It's like finding yourself locked in Walmart after hours. It's not pleasant. Okay. So step out. Step out. Okay. You don't want that kind of pressure. Okay. Without the support. Good. Blessings to you. I will hang on the call for those of you who may want to ask me a question privately. I'll be here. Those of you who are ready to go. Thank you again, Kathy, Dolph, and Shannon for sharing your experience and for all the questions. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'll hang for those of you who have questions. Ellen, I see you have a question. Just hang out for a moment.
I
Yes,
have a question.
yes, Miss Sherry. Miss Ellen, you first, my friend. You were first.
Okay.
Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. In doing that, I sense that my root chakra has not let the roots come down, they're all up. And
Yeah.
it doesn't feel safe to let them drop.
Yeah.
And I think that's been forever. So if I'm not feeling safe, will that be addressed? And can
Yeah.
you support that in the class?
So think of it this way, and we'll talk more about this, Ellen. In the first class, you have a foundation, right?
Yeah.
A house, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how your house is, you would have a different kind of foundation than, let's say, Roberta over here or Ellen or Dolph,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yes.
Your foundation is very specific to you. Why that is you have a different genetic inheritance than, let's say, Sherry.
Yes.
You have a different life path. You have different talents, different skills. Okay.
Yes.
Your foundation will reflect that. Also, depending on where you built your house, will change how your foundation is structured. If I built a house on a beach, it would have a different foundation, sand,
Right.
water, than if I built it in Lake Tahoe or outside of Lake Tahoe, right?
Gotcha.
So what you've got going is you've got a retraction because I could see it. I see what you're talking about, like,
Yeah.
right? So within the Earth's core, there are basically like there's a bunch of different stars. And you are like not clear about that there's more to ground to other than this one.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, look, I'm grounded. No, 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 no. And
No.
you're grasping on because you're like, I'm grounded. This is what put your roots down. But you're like, no, 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 no. There's a whole other world down here.
And it's always felt energetically frightening to me. Like I've worked
Yeah,
on
sure.
this a time or two, and it's like there's a big resistance. Like it doesn't feel safe. It won't open. It's
Sure.
not letting go. So will can that be addressed in the class?
Ellen, I'm going to give you a hint.
Yes.
Would that be okay?
Yes.
You don't go to the ground comes to you.
Okay.
You mean I don't have to go to it? No, it can come to you.
Okay.
Can you sit with that?
Yes, I can.
Yes, the class will address it. To your liking, that I don't know. To effect, I believe so.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Colby. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I don't even know if I'm in the center of this camera thing. All right. Miss Sherry, what's your question, my friend?
Um, so when you were speaking about hypervigilance, that's been my entire life, and probably other lifetimes. And um, without going into the whys,
Thank you.
I'm worried about, what I'm worried about is that I'm too dysregulated to get anywhere here. I did feel a very momentary connection to the highway and what you were saying, and the proof it was gone because I'm just so dysregulated.
All right. So let me stop you for a second, Sherry. Sherry, did you feel the energy to some extent?
For a quick moment, yeah.
Okay. What your work seems to, and I really appreciate your honesty. And Sherry, I think I've been where you are. I think we need to create more space between your thoughts. Because right now you have thought, 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 and not enough space in between your thoughts for your system to rest. And even though you want to try to create space, you can't seem to because you're in a habit, a cycle. Okay, makes sense so far?
Yeah, hypervigilance.
Okay. So
Oh
now
crap, I can't be there. Oh no.
right,
Or,
right. So
yeah.
you need to create some more calm to your system. Is that going to happen immediately? No, it will not. However, will the first class foundations help you? I believe it certainly will. However, Sherry, as someone who's done this work a lot, it's not a magic pill. It's going to require you to practice. Is it hard, Sherry? It's not hard. It's not like physics to me or spelling to me. It does require conscious attention that you are willing to do it over and over. Where'd she go? There you are, Sherry. You just notice, Sherry, that as I'm speaking, you are slowing down. You have that sense? You have a little more space than you just did. Do you notice that?
I think so.
Great. That it says to me, if I hold the stable field, you're able to pick that up and it translates into you. The more you're around people who are stable, grounded, rooted, connected, the more your system picks up because you have a lot of mirroring in your system. You mirror people. So if I plop you into a Zen monastery, you will convert eventually to greater well-being because you are absorbent. There's pluses and minuses to being that absorbent. This is the plus. Okay?
Hmm.
I hope I answered your question.
I think so. Thank you.
Miss Ellen, you had a question. Take us out, my friend.
Okay, hello, Colby. Um,
Hello.
First, I want to say that our private session really, I was phenomenal, and I definitely made some big shifts. Um, I'm feeling a little torn about this upcoming program. I'll tell you why. You might remember I was all about I've been trying this and trying that and trying this, healer after program for the last 6 years nonstop. And I said, no more. I'm stopping everything. I am going to the beach for a month. That little website you gave me, I found the perfect spot,
Perfect.
reasonable. And I still had a program that I'm finishing, and I swore to me, I said that's I'm no more, no more, at least for now. And then go to the beach and just be. So the timing, I'm like, oh no, I just said I wasn't going to do
God,
anything
and
else.
then
But now I'm like, oh no, I want to do this too. But I'm going, is that, I don't
Ellen,
know.
let me be clear with you. Okay.
Okay.
Do I want you to participate? Absolutely. Do I want your money? Sure, I do. Of course. Just to be completely honest, right? Do I want to remind you I will be teaching again and again and again.
Okay.
Okay? Again, will I
Okay.
be teaching this? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I
Right.
don't want you to move into this class from a place of grasping
Okay.
and need. You know what I mean? That's not going
Yeah,
to
that's
generate what
that's
you want. Now, what I recommend, sit with this and see if it really calls to you,
okay.
or what's calling to you is I don't want to miss out.
Yeah. Okay.
Distinguish those two things. Is it
Okay.
class or I don't want to miss out? Let's pass. Go to the beach. Enjoy yourself.
Beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful. Thank you.
It's
And I
calling to
will
you.
tell
It's
you,
calling to you.
I really do feel like since just our last meeting was, I'm definitely receiving and letting more support in than I have ever felt in my life. So I thank you so
Pat,
much.
pat, pat,
Thank
pat,
you.
pat. You're doing great. Mazel tov to you. Mazel tov. All right.
Okay, to be continued.
We continue.
Thank
No
you.
more questions? Anything else? Good, everyone?
Kobe,
My friend Dolph.
Kobe,
My friend Dolph.
for this free recording, if because it is being recorded, Kobe, how do you feel about perhaps maybe sharing it with friends of mine? I have someone I'm trying to expose to your
I'm fine with
work.
you sharing this with. This is
Just a
like
free call.
this. I'm fine with you guys sharing this with anyone and everyone you want. It's when you enter the series that's a closed container
Yeah, yeah.
because it's heavier and it's going to work you. This is lighter, right? Does that make sense? I appreciate you. Does that make sense, Dolph?
Absolutely. I just wanted to see for this free call if I can show it to a friend of mine that
Absolutely,
I think
absolutely, absolutely,
might be into this sort of work.
absolutely, absolutely. Make me world famous, Dolph, please.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you, Kobe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thanks so much.
Hi, everybody. Bye.
Ending meeting.